Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this really pretty triple puff stitch pattern. Okay, this is also known as the Lotus Stitch. So you're just going to need some yarn and a hook. I'm using Hobby Lobby's I Love This Cotton yarn. It's a number 4 worsted weight yarn and a 4.0 millimeter hook. Let's get started. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start off with chaining 23 because the stitch multiple for the Lotus Stitch is to chain a multiple of 6 plus 5. So once you've chained 23 chains, you're going to create a single crochet in the second chain from the hook. So skip your first chain and go ahead and insert your hook, yarn over, pull through that first chain, yarn over once more, and pull through the first 2 loops. Okay, that's how you create a single crochet. Alright, next you're going to skip 2 chains, 1, 2, and now you're going to work your first puff stitch in that third chain. So yarn over, insert your hook into that third chain, yarn over again, pull through, so now you're going to have 3 loops on your hook, 1, 2, 3, yarn over, insert your hook into that same chain, yarn over, pull through. You're going to have 5 loops on your hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're going to yarn over last time, insert our hook into that same chain, yarn over, and pull through. You should have 7 loops on your hook now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so you should have something that looks like this. Now you're going to yarn over and you're going to pull through those first 6 loops, so this first bunch. Okay, now this can be a little tricky, so take your time with this. Okay, so now you should have 2 loops left on your hook. You're going to yarn over one more time and pull through the last 2 loops on your hook. Okay, and that is how you create a puff stitch. Now we need to create 2 more puff stitches in that same chain space. Okay, so you're going to chain 2, 1, 2, and make sure you have lots of yarn ready for this, as this stitch is quite a yarn eater, I would say. So once you've chained 2, you're going to yarn over, insert your hook into that same chain, yarn over, and pull through. Okay, so you should have 3 loops on your hook. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over, insert your hook into that same chain, yarn over, and pull through. Okay, you should have 5 loops on your hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yarn over, last time, insert your hook into that chain, yarn over once more, and pull through. Okay, you should have 7 loops on your hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now go ahead and carefully pull through those first 6 loops carefully. Okay, you should have 2 loops left on your hook. 1, 2. Yarn over and pull through those last 2 loops. Alright, and so now we've just created our second puff stitch and it should look something like this. Okay, so let's go ahead and create our last puff stitch. Make sure you have plenty of yarn. Okay, I like to carefully slide it over just a bit, okay, to give that last puff stitch a bit of room here. Go ahead and chain 2, 1, 2. Okay, yarn over, insert your hook into that same chain, yarn over again, pull through. So you should have 3 loops on your hook. 1, 2, 3. Yarn over once more, insert your hook into that chain, yarn over, and pull through. Okay, now you should have 5 loops on your hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yarn over last time, insert your hook into that chain, yarn over, and pull through. Now you should have 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, yarn over last time, pull through those first 6 loops. Okay, you should have 2 last loops on your hook. 1, 2. Yarn over and pull through those last 2 loops. All right. And that makes 3 puff stitches, so it should look something like this. Okay, so now for the pattern, we need to skip 2 chains, 1, 2, and create a single crochet in that 3rd chain. Okay, so it should look like this now. All right, and now we're going to skip 2 more chains, 1, 2, and in that 3rd chain right here, you're going to create another triple puff stitch. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that and just follow along. Skip our 2 chains, 1, 2, and let's create our first puff stitch. Insert our hook, yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on our hook, yarn over, insert hook, yarn over, pull through, 5 loops on our hook, yarn over, insert hook, yarn over, pull through. You should have 7 loops on your hook, pull through the first 6 loops, okay, and pull through the last 2 loops on your hook. All right, that's our first puff stitch. Okay, so go ahead and create 2 more puff stitches here. Alright, so I just finished creating my last puff stitch, so you should have something that looks like this. And now to finish it off, we need to skip our 2 chains, 1, 2, and single crochet in that last chain, in the 3rd chain. Okay, so it should look like this. Alright, so now what you want to do for the rest of the pattern is you're going to continue skipping 2 chains and creating a puff stitch in the 3rd chain. Then you skip another 2 chains and you create a single crochet all the way till the end. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'll meet you at the end. Alright, so I'm almost at my end here and I have 3 remaining chains. So now all we have to do is create 2 more puff stitches in the last chain. So instead of doing 3 as we have been doing, you just want to create 2 puff stitches. Okay, making sure to chain 2 in the middle. So go ahead and create your last 2 puff stitches. All right. Okay, so your first row should look like this. Okay. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and start row 2. So you want to chain 1, flip our work. Okay, so now we're working on the back side, and we want to go ahead and create a single crochet in this first stitch right here. Okay, insert our hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over one more time, and pull through the last 2 loops. All right, and now we are going to skip 3 stitches. 1, 2, 3. Okay, another way you could do this is by just turning it over and counting 3 of these V-stitches. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and now we're going to create a triple puff stitch in the 4th stitch. Okay, so go ahead and create 3 more puff stitches in this 4th stitch here, exactly the same way you did it during the first row. All right, So I just finished my triple puff stitch right here. Okay, and now we want to skip another 3 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, and we're going to work a single crochet in that 4th stitch. Okay, so go ahead and work a single crochet in that 4th stitch. All right, and so now the pattern gets very easy for row 2 because we're simply just going to repeat this step. So we're going to skip 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and we're going to create a triple puff stitch right here. Making sure to chain 2 in between. All right, so I just finished my triple puff stitch, okay? Now our swatch should look something like this. Okay, let's skip our 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and single crochet in that 4th stitch, Okay, now skip our 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and create a triple puff stitch in that 4th stitch. Chaining 2 in the middle. All right, so it should look like this. Okay, finally, towards the end, we're going to skip our 3 stitches, 1, 2, 3, and single crochet in that 4th stitch. And now we're at the end. So now we're going to skip our 3 stitches again, 1, 2, 3, and instead of creating 3 triple puff stitches, okay, you're only going to create 2 puff stitches in that last stitch. Chain 2 and last puff stitch. All right, and so now we just finished with row 2. Okay, so you should have a swatch that looks like this, and the pattern gets very easy after this because all you're going to do is you're just going to repeat row 2 until however long you want it. Okay, and your result will look something like this. Okay, you can slowly start to see a pattern form here, and you get these beautiful triple puff stitches that look like a lotus stitch. Don't forget, you can always go onto the blog where there's a picture tutorial available if you need that. Okay, I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and don't forget to subscribe.